Today I'm going to share with you the exact offer and client acquisition system I used personally to scale an AI agency to over $23,000 a week. So why you should listen to me? I run an AI agency along with a web design agency, all right? And we use the web design agency as an upsell, but most of my revenue comes from the AI agency, which is responsible for 80% of the revenue. And as you see here, just within a week, we made $23,000. So a lot of you might think that's a lot of money, but when you're going to understand the systems and how I'm actually doing it, because I'm going to break down exactly how I've done it in this video. It's not going to be one of these videos where you're going to listen to it for like 20 minutes and then you're going to walk out with no knowledge. No, I can guarantee you, listen to this video till the end. You're going to walk out with some practical systems you can go and apply today. Okay. So now that we get this out of the way, I just want to show you a proof from a sales call from a client that we signed recently in Canada, and we convinced them to pay us $10,000 up front for the same system I'm going to share with you right now. And here's the sales call. See results, and then we have another conversation.
Sounds great. Make me a contract. I'll sign it right away.
Sorry?
Make me a contract. I'll sign it right away. Sounds great.
And also the reason I have huge confidence in the system is because the system have proof of concepts, not just by me, not by my AI agency, but also by other AI agency owners. For example, my client Alex, who just closed 3 clients in one day by implementing the same system, and my client David, who crossed 50K per month just by implementing the same system. So if you're serious about starting your AI agency, this video is going to be your roadmap, because in this video, I'm going to share with you what you need. I'm not going to talk about how to build AI bots, all this. This is things that you can figure out pretty easily. I'm going to tell you exactly how I do it, like the softwares I'm using, but 95% of this video is going to go through client acquisition, how you can actually go and take people's money. Because in this business, we don't make money. We just take money from other local businesses. And if you understand exactly this system, you can actually go to any local business, convince them to pay you $5,000 to $10,000, and actually scale your AI agency to 50 and even 100K per month. Okay, so now that we get this out of the way, let's get to the main stuff. And first of all, the first thing I want to talk about, which is I think the most important thing, and this is the mistake that a lot of people fall into, is choosing a niche. First of all, you should choose only one niche. Why? It's because the more you work with only one niche, first of all, you specialize in that niche, you basically avoid mistakes in the future. You know exactly what's working for this niche, what's not working. You have ideas about upsells. But most importantly, other than the technical aspect is going to save you a lot of time, you have testimonials for this niche. If you actually go and want to close roofers and want to close home remodeling businesses, and you actually tell them, hey, here is exactly like those 7 home remodeling clients I'm working with right now, and I can give you their phone numbers. You can talk to them. You can ask them about, the experience that they had with us, and you're confident because you're actually specializing in working with that niche. The close is going to be very easy for you because you have a lot of testimonials, okay?
If you are really inspired by what AI can do as much as I am, and you want to scale your AI agency
past $10, $20, and $30,000 per month, then check out the offer that we have below.
So basically what we do is we scale AI agencies to multiple 6 figures.
Using one client acquisition system, one offer, one pricing, and 3 upsells. And basically we take only a small commission out of it. So that means if you don't sign any new clients, you don't pay. Simple as that. So if you want to learn more about it, check out the offer that I have below, and you can check out all the amazing testimonials from students that we helped scale their agencies past 10 grand. And one of the niches that I like personally, I know a lot of people want to go with high ticket coaches and e-com brands and SaaS companies, but my advice, if you're starting out from scratch, if you literally have no experience, if you just want to do this and want to make you next 20, 30, 40K per month, right? And you're starting out from scratch. If that's your situation, go with local businesses and go with home services. So what I mean by home services, HVAC, plumbers, roofers, landscaping companies, all those are home service local businesses. Why I want to work with these local businesses? Number one, because most of the time you're talking to these 50 and 60-year-olds, and with AI and everything else, it's kind of like something brand new to them. And it's not like for me talking to you about it, it's kind of normal, but like for them, it's kind of something very brand new. The second thing why we want to work with home services, local businesses, is because they have a short sales cycle. And I cannot stress about this. Really, when you work with a business that have a short sales cycle, let's say you work with a roofer, for example, you work with a plumber, an HVAC, you actually give them leads, they will see right away the results from the leads you give them, right? Of course, there is appointment setters involved, but literally, if you give them a week on Monday, by next Monday, they should close the deal and take the payment from the client. If they're actually successful at turning this lead to the client. Basically, when someone sees results from your service very fast, it's very helpful because it can give you potential for upsells later. The third reason you want to work with local businesses and home service, specifically if you just turn out, is just because it's very easy for you to close them. There is not a lot of people they got to talk to. Most of the time, you're talking to the decision maker right away, right? Imagine you going after a franchise car dealership, right? BMW, Mercedes that you want to close in Connecticut. Like you got to talk to the general manager, after general manager, CEO. You got to convince 6 people, and all of them need to agree and sign a contract in order for you to get them as a client. So you see, it's a little bit complicated. It's much easier to talk to someone like on the phone calls. Right? Does that make sense for you? All right. And most of these calls for us are one call closes. And that's something that we share in the communities. We share a lot of AI sales calls that we have with local businesses so people can see exactly how we sell them and how we overcome these objections. Now, there is another reason why if you start an AI agency, it will instantly give you an edge over 99% of your competitions. Why? Because most of your competitions have the same offer. And think about it this way. You're reaching out to a local business. You need to understand these local businesses are getting pitched between 5 to 10 times per day. So that gives us an average of 150 to 300 pitches a month. Yeah. And when I'm talking about pitches, I'm talking about ads they've seen. I'm talking about cold calls they got. I'm talking about SMS, all that. I'm talking about all the medium of outreaches. Okay. So now that brings me to the point. Now you need to understand that 95% of these pitches are just like SMMA or regular web design. We're just going to run Facebook ads for you. We're going to do this for you, all that. So these business owners are getting tired of the same Facebook ad pitch. Let me just give you an example. Back in 2021, I was 17. I had like an e-com agency. I was doing Facebook ads for e-com at that time with my business partner. And I ended up selling my 50% part to him at the end of the day. So basically, we were running this Facebook ads. By 2021, 2022, we transitioned our pitch from Facebook to TikTok. And right away, that boosted our conversion rate by more than 1,000%. So that tells you a thing. Keywords are very important. You know, businesses have seen these keywords like Facebook, Google ads, all that. They've seen those keywords a lot. And if you don't differentiate your offer from the competition, it's going to be very hard for you to stand out. And as a byproduct of that, you're going to have a very low conversion rate. If you're running ads, you're going to have very expensive meetings. Overall, it's not going to be very profitable for you. So the way you're going to solve that and actually make tons of money is by simply introducing an AI offer. What I mean by an AI offer, because everybody's talking about it, but you need to understand what it means. First of all, when we talk about developing an AI offer, we solve 2 problems. The first problem is getting them leads. And getting them leads is going to be through Facebook ads, Google ads, because this is the irregular SMMA client acquisition methods we're using at the end of the day. And also, we need to convert these leads into appointments, because guess what? These leads doesn't mean anything if we don't convert them into appointments. And what I've learned over the years, it's very important to have so many touch points in the first 72 hours from the moment you got the lead, and also to call the lead exactly after 1 minute after they submitted the form. And this is impossible for you to do. Like, you can hire human closers, but they need holidays. They cannot work 24 hours. The only way that you can guarantee that your leads will always be called within 1 minute and you're going to have like a lot of touch points with them, follow up and everything else, is by having AI appointment setters. And that's huge, huge value to the client. And let me tell you a bonus. Like, how can we sell this for $5,000 to $10,000? We tell them, hey, look, this appointment setter is going to be talking with your voice, right? Because a lot of us are like, hey, what if this sounds like an AI and all that? Tell them, look, we're going to clone your voice and this appointment setter would sound exactly like you. So when he set up the appointment for you, he's going to talk on your behalf. And basically, after you go and close the client, you're going to talk. The client's not going to see any difference. And basically, that gives them an instant wow factor. Like, wow, how can you do that? And so I'm like, yeah, we can do it. And, you know, between us, like, we both know that it's very easy. You just do it using Level Labs. You just upload like 5 to 30 minutes of the footage, and then in Level Labs, clone their voice. And you can basically have this API Level Labs that you can connect to, or any AI software you're using, and you can basically clone their voice and have this appointment setter sound like them, right? So that brings me to the $1 million questions. How can we sell these systems from $5,000 to $10,000? I'm going to be very honest and transparent with you guys. We're charging clients even 20 grand, but like not all clients. I mean, there's going to be clients who say, okay, look, I really like that, but like, I don't want to pay everything up front. You know, you can do everything to get them. It's like, hey, I can't do this, that. Or tell them, look, okay, no problem. You pay 50% up front, 2,500, and the other 2,500 you pay it after we hit a specific milestone, and we put this in a contract as well. Because guess what? Making money is better than not making anything. You're still going to have around 50 to 60% of clients should accept to pay you $5,000 to $10,000 up front. The more testimonials you have, the higher your chance of closing. Because if you have low testimonials, probably you're going to close like 10% out of these to like 5 or 10 grand. But if you have enough testimony, you can show that you actually like know what you're doing. You've been doing this for a while. You got results by the clients using the same system. It's a no-brainer for them. So now I'll put myself in your shoes. You're probably a beginner. You don't have a lot of clients. So what I would do if I was in your shoes is very simple, right? I will try to get testimonials first, because that plays a huge, huge role. That's literally the difference from someone closing like, 6 deals out of 10 phone calls and someone closing a deal out of 10 phone calls. That's literally the difference, testimonials, right? So what you would do if you have no testimonials is very simple. Number one, If you have a friend who's running an AI agency and have testimonials, you can ask him for his consent to use his testimonials if he accepts that school. The other solution is you join an agency and you white label the service delivery to them. So basically you close the client, they're doing the service delivery, you take 50%, they take 50%, and you actually leverage their testimonials instead of having yours. And if you want to keep 100% of the 5 to 10 grand, you want to keep it in your pocket and you don't want to share with anyone. And because the service delivery most of the time doesn't cost like 2.5, you can do the service delivery for less than $300. So there is a lot of profit margins. What we usually do inside the agency partners that I have in my program is we have a section called agency collaborations. So for this agency collaboration, it's only for agencies making less than 10K per month. And they can actually use other agencies' testimonials in order for them to sign clients. Why? Because everyone in the program have used other people's testimonials in the beginning. So it's not a problem. They actually use it. And that's a huge plus because you actually start your agency. You have like 10 testimonials that you can show your clients. And that's going to make your sales call such a no-brainer. So now that we get this all out of the way, I want to tell you exactly how we can go about acquiring clients. And guess what? I'm not going to tell you cold calling, cold email, because in this video, I'm going to be blank honest with you, right? The only way to scale your agency to 30, 40, 50K per month. And I haven't seen anyone scale an AI agency to that level just doing cold outbound. Paid ads is very important. That's what I'm doing. And that's what all of my successful clients are doing. So when it comes to paid ads, let me share with you one of the ads that we've run. And as you see in this ad, we actually got more than 30 leads. And the cost per lead is literally a bargain. It's less than $20. Okay. From my experience, for every 100 leads I get, I close 15 clients. So even worst case scenario, you get your cost per lead to $40 cost per lead, right? 40 times 100, that's $4,000 on ads. You close 15 clients, 5K per client, that's literally 75K. That's like a 20 times ROI. So on your worst case scenario, you're making 20x ROI. Imagine my ROI and how much money I'm making with this cost per lead and everything else. And by the way, most of my clients, they get $15, $20 cost per lead. And also, you don't need to spend $4,000 to make money. We literally made money spending only $300. We got clients spending $300, getting 6.6K in the back, and we got other clients spending their first $20 in ads. After one day, they got 3 leads. So basically, the point I'm making here, if you have your middle and bottom of the funnel dialed in, it's impossible for you to lose money in ads. And you should actually make money within the first 1 week or 2 weeks after launching your ads if you have everything correctly. If you're not making money after 2 weeks, max, you're doing something wrong. If I spend $1,000 this week on ads, if I'm not collecting at least $6,000 to $7,000 from it in the next 2 weeks, there's something wrong going on. And I need to investigate it. That never happened to me because this is not dropshipping, guys. This is service-based business. We sell something that is very, very high ticket. We have the luxury of spending a little money. And when I'm saying ads, I'm mentioning Facebook ads. So basically in the ad, we have a creative like this one. And if you don't want to shoot the creatives yourself, there is an AI software that you can use to basically create AI creatives. And the AI software is called Arcas.ai. And I have a lot of clients using it. So basically after they see our ad creative, they get redirected to Facebook lead form like this one you're seeing right here. Right? So you see this Facebook lead form, you get plus 50 system installed for your HVAC business guaranteed. Are you a business owner? Yes, no. What's your current monthly revenue? Under 10K or 20K, 20 to 50K, above 50K. So what we do in here, why we're asking them these questions, because if you're making less than 10 grand, revenue, that's revenue, right? That's not profit. In the US, as a local business, they're broke. They cannot afford your services. So literally you want to be getting businesses that are making 20 to 50K or above 50. So if someone is in that range, that means it's a qualified lead. After they fill out the form, they get instantly redirected to the landing page that we built using Go High Level that look like this. And they actually can watch a VSL. They can see a couple of testimonials and they can book a call if they want to book a call directly. So now 2 scenarios happen, right? You get people that book a call directly and you get people that are just a lead. There is no difference between the people that book a call and the people that just submitted the lead form without booking the call. So instantly after we get a lead or a booked call, we want to hop with them in a conversation and we want to do this, right? We want to basically talk to them for 5 minutes, try to qualify them, try to warm them up for the call. And if they're free, if literally you call them, so basically if you get a lead right away, you ask them if they're free. You need to jump on the sales call right away. I cannot stress enough about this. I know a lot of you guys are booking sales calls for like a week in advance. You should not have your calendar available for more than 3 days if you don't want people to flake on you. So you get a lead, you get a meeting, you call them right away. If they're busy, book them for at least tomorrow or after tomorrow maximum. And once you help with them on the sales call to explain them the systems, your sales call should be very normal qualification questions. Don't ask them some cringy questions. A lot of salespeople doing it these days. How much you want to be making, this, that, like those cringy questions, please don't ask them these questions, right? Second thing, you're presenting them the system, right? You should talk about the system for 3-4 minutes max. And then the rest of the call should be, which is like 70-80% of the whole call should be about testimonials and clients you've helped. All right. I know a lot of you guys doing the opposite, and that's why you're closing at like 10%, 20%. I'm closing at 50, 60%, right? Because literally 70 to 80% of the content of each of my sales calls are just about testimonials, right? And then the pitch becomes very easy. You try to collect payments on the call. If I cannot collect payments right away on call, I collect at least a deposit. I hope you guys got enough value from this video. See you soon. Cheers.